If you follow me on literally any of my social medias or you read my YouTube community tab, you will have seen that I recently got invited to Dorney Park for a behind the scenes tour of the park, which is literally the coolest thing to happen to me since becoming a coaster enthusiast and creating coaster content. And I just wanted to take today's video, a short video, to talk about my experience at Dorney Park. I'm also going to include some pictures and videos on screen. That way this video is not just me sitting down and talking to a camera the entire time. While I like doing that for some of my videos, this video, it's just a little bit better if I get to show you guys what I got to see during my behind the scenes tour at Dorney. So as you're seeing here, the tour started with Thunderhawk, which was really cool because not only did I get to go inside some of the restricted areas, some close-ups that you normally would not be able to see during park operations, but I also got a nice picture of the Thunderhawk sign. This might seem unimportant to some people, but to me, it was awesome to see the Thunderhawk entrance sign up close and personal. After that, we walked over to Steel Force, and I got a little bit of restricted access to Steel Force. Got to walk in between Steel Force and Thunderhawk, but a ride I was able to get more up close and personal with was Possess, as I was literally walking underneath the track, the launch section of the track, as well as the spiraled spike, as you're seeing here, which was awesome. I wish I would have taken more pictures of the spiral spike when I was underneath it, but I was kind of in awe of the fact that I was just standing there. I wasn't sure if I was going to mention this during today's story time, but I actually got up close and personal with Woodstock Express. It was cool, even though it's a kiddie coaster, especially because I got to go underneath the lift and I got to walk all around the coaster, which is something I'm not even allowed to do at my job at Hershey, which also I should clarify for the safety and security of my job at Hershey. The only reason I'm not allowed to walk out in the ride area of Coco Cruiser, the kiddie coaster at Hershey, is because it is a ride area. I've walked the lift hill of Great Bear before, but I've not walked the ride area of Coco Cruiser. Therefore, the point I'm trying to make is walking the ride area of Woodstock Express, practically the same ride, was kind of funny. Now, I only had 1 hour in the park. That was my allotted time slot. However, shout out to Ryan, who was not only the person that invited me out to Dorney, but my tour guide that day, because he was very helpful in getting me around the park quickly, efficiently, making sure I got to see all the rides. Anyways, after Woodstock Express, we took a shortcut through the Wild Mouse, which gave me one of the most underrated photo ops of the day. The picture you're seeing on screen doesn't look phenomenal, but I think it's one of the best pictures I was able to take all day, as I'm just standing in the middle of the entire Wild Mouse coaster, which is just amazing. I don't know, I love it. After that, however, we went over to Talon, and I wasn't able to get any real restricted access to Talon. I can't exactly remember why. However, I was able to walk behind an area of like shops, arcade games, and things like that, which kind of directly runs underneath the brake run. While we were back there, I also got to see the trains that were being stored away, which was really cool. It was awesome to see those up close and personal. But towards the end of my visit, I finally got to visit the coaster that I appreciate most at Dorney, the coaster that I love probably more than anyone else, Hydra. And I made sure to get lots of photos at Hydra. I almost purposefully did not get a ton of pictures and videos at the other rides. To put it in better words, I didn't want to waste my hour-long time slot at Steel Force or Talon when I could spend the majority of that time slot at Hydra, just because I love Hydra so much. And let me tell you, I got a lot of pictures. You've already seen a couple of them. However, this one in particular is me standing on the ride platform as if I was sitting in the front row. However, the train was not on the track, so it was just me standing there by myself. I also got to walk the brake run of Hydra, which provided me with some really cool photo ops as I was able to take pictures of the ending sections of Hydra, the brake run going back into the station, and other things like that. If you thought I was done, I'm not, because I also got to walk in some of the restricted areas of Hydra. My favorite part being I got to walk right up under the JoJo roll, getting really cool close-up pictures of the JoJo roll. These are probably my favorite pictures of the day. I wish the sun wasn't blinding my camera, but it still looks amazing. And finally, I got to go up to the lift. I didn't walk the entire lift, but I got to go up to the lift and take pictures of it, which was really cool. And this was basically a nice cherry on top finish for my tour of Dorney Park. Now, obviously, there were some other things that happened during my behind the scenes tour that I can't talk about, and some other things that happened that I'm just not going to talk about because this video would be way too long. But overall, it was an amazing experience. I have even more photos and videos that I wanted to include in this video, but I just don't have time, like I said. So if you want to see those pictures and videos, go over to my other social medias like Instagram and Twitter, and I'll be posting those there throughout the upcoming weeks, months, etc. However, I just want to end this video with a thank you, a big thank you to Dorney Park for inviting me out. It was an awesome experience. I really appreciate it. Thank you again to Ryan, the person who invited me and the person who showed me around the park. Overall, I had an amazing day. I've always loved Dorney, and this has just furthered that feeling. Therefore, I'm going to say it one more time just to outro this video. Thank you to Dorney, and thank you to Ryan for inviting me out there. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.